Coming up on Oakdale Update, we'll visit with Washington County Commissioner Stan Karwoski. We'll also meet one of our new City Council members, Susan Olson. And we'll take a look at some upcoming city events. Stay tuned, Oakdale Update is straight ahead. Hello and welcome to Oakdale Update. I'm your host, Frank Orsello. This is the City of Oakdale's news and information program about your community. Stan Karwoski is the Washington County Commissioner for District 2, which includes Oakdale. He's no stranger to our area as he served there many years as mayor and also on the City Council. Commissioner Karwoski is my guest in the studio today. Stan, thanks for joining us on Oakdale Update.
Thank you, Frank. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, we got a lot of things to cover and we're limited on time, as you can imagine. So just a quick rundown on yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Well, as I said, I in 16 got elected to the county board, and now starting out 19, my colleagues on the county board appointed me chair. So in that, I get the honor of presiding over meetings and workshops and signing a lot of the official documents.
Okay, but before that, you were mayor of Oakdale? And
yes,
council?
for 2 years. And then unfortunately, Ted Berth passed away, and I was retiring, and county commissioner is really a full-time job to do it right. So I was fortunate enough to get elected to that, and Mayor Reinke stepped right in behind me and is doing a great job.
Okay, and before that, you were working for
Graco Incorporated.
Graco Incorporated, and then you retired just before you got on the council commission.
Yes.
Washington. Okay, so you were elected for another 4 years. Now, you know, that was 4 years first and then 4 years again. Is that correct? You were re-elected for 4 years.
Yeah, I got Ted Berth's remaining seat,
right.
2 years.
Yeah.
But now I have a 4-year term, so I'm excited to really continue
and you
on
were
with
elected
the things
for
I've
that.
started.
You were elected on your
Yes.
own, yeah. Okay, so you were also voted the county board chairman for 2019. What are their responsibilities? What does that mean?
Well, presiding over the meetings, representing the entire board at functions, signing a lot of the official documents.
How long is that term?
That will be for 2019.
Just for 1 year?
Yes.
Okay, so how does that work? So does the other members elect the chair?
Right. We have a tradition in Washington County where it rotates, but you certainly have to be capable because it's not guaranteed they'll pick you chair, so it's quite an honor.
How hard is it? I mean, what more do you have to do? There's more to it than just signing documents.
I like going to everything, but you get invited to a lot more things to represent the county board. So there's probably about 20% more time. So being a county commissioner is really, to do it right, is more than a full-time job.
Okay, so how much of a commitment is this job to you?
It's really 24/7. The technical hours, I'm assigned to about 16 committees and boards, besides just functioning, looking at and making sure our counties run well. That's the main duty, but also we collaborate with a lot of other counties.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm working particularly a lot in the area of transportation and workforce development.
Okay, so what are your duties with the county in terms of the people at the courthouse? I mean, you know, all those people. You know,
we have a relation to the courts and the attorney. We're in charge of the corrections, and then we're also in charge of all the social service programs, from veterans services to child protection to senior needs, to housing. There's many areas of social service. It's everything the state budgeted is done at the local level, at the county level. We implement it all.
Okay, so are you involved with the negotiations, unions, and that kind of thing for the corrections people, or?
Yeah, we have a variety of unions, so we approve those wage settlements, and at the city I did the same thing. We have 1,200 employees, and they're amazing. They all work really hard. I'm really pleased with our workforce.
Well, there's not much turmoil in Washington County government, is there? I mean,
there is not. It's really an honor to serve. We have a good board, and everybody likes to live in our county.
So, okay, we're going to talk about, there's some major projects coming up, and a lot of this is in conjunction, Oakdale or cities involved with the county. So let's talk about some of these. First of all, the goal line, BRT, and Oakdale. I know Oakdale is very involved with that. In fact,
Yes.
Our mayor is, I think he chairs something, doesn't he, chair?
Early on, it's been going on for 5 years.
Yes.
We work together both on the corridor commission, and I also chair the Gold Line Partners. I work really close with Mayor Reinke. He's been involved since its initiative. Even myself going back from city council to mayor, now to county commissioner, I've been involved. And the county is the responsible body for it, working with Med Transit, but we're really collaborating nicely with our cities.
Okay, tell us about the goal line. What is that? Where is it going?
Well, it'll be Minnesota's first dedicated bus lane. About 70% of them being dedicated its own lane, so it'll be very efficient. It'll hook up to the Green Line in downtown St. Paul. It'll have about 10 stops downtown, and then it's a 10-mile route coming from downtown St. Paul to the East Metro, ending in Woodbury, going through Oakdale and Maplewood. It'll have basically stops every 10 minutes. It'll have all-day service. About every 12 minutes a bus will come. You won't need a schedule. Wow. The stations will look like a light rail. So it'll conveniently get people to jobs and services. And you'll be able to jump on it, efficiently get downtown if you want to take the Green Line across town.
So what's the cost? Say that I pick it up out in Oakdale there. What's going to cost me to get on that?
We haven't set
This is a bus now. This is not rail. This is a bus, right?
It'll be a very comfortable bus. It'll be level boarding, no steps on the bus. It'll have all the Wi-Fi. We're even leaning towards electric bus. We haven't established the rates, but it'll be much more economical than a car.
Okay. The question I have, and I have not gotten a good answer from anybody, is, okay, I live in North Oakdale. Say that I drive down to South Oakdale because I want to get on the bus. Where am I going to park?
Yeah, some of our stations will have parking capabilities. I believe the one in Oakdale will have about 100 spots. Woodbury, they'll have a bigger spot. But as we get closer to having this bus rapid transit come to fruition, it's going to be operational. We're planning for 2024. We hope to have loop busing so that people won't even have to maybe take a car down to connect to it.
What is group bus? What does that mean?
Loop busing will be a bus system that kind of loops out a mile out from the line and loops through the city and picks people up. So then they might only have to walk a block, or it might come right down their street. Those details will be worked out as we get closer, but it'll be a real key to making it a success.
Wow, I'm sure it is. That parking, I guess I'm concerned about it, but you know, if I ever choose to use it.
The success of the Gold Line is it's a little less than half the cost of light rail. We weren't going to have the riderships long-term. So the bus rapid transit, which is getting very popular all over the country, made sense. And the residents are really liking the idea of it because they find that less than half the cost of light rail. They appreciate us not spending any more of their tax dollars than we have to.
That's good. That's good. And you say this is going to happen in 2025 or thereabouts?
Yeah, 2024, latter part of that. That's the plan right now, and we've been on schedule. We'll require a major federal contribution to this as in the coming year or so when we validate that we've got a good product.
Okay. All right, now the next one is the Hadley and 36 interchange. And on my way to the studio this morning, I went by there, and they are moving on that thing.
Yeah.
The thing is, they're moving dirt, and there's 100 guys standing around there getting things done. What's that story all about?
Well, that one is, it takes a long time to put these interchange together. So it's a $35 million interchange with multiple partners, including the City of Oakdale, the DNR, State of Minnesota, and Federal, and Fleet Farm. But that's a dangerous intersection. Right now, there's about 9,500 cars that go through that intersection, projected to be 12,000 cars.
Wow.
So we're going to eliminate that lighted intersection where there's been really a very dangerous, and also it's going to provide Hadley will go over the top of 36, so also the Gateway Trail will have a tunnel now.
Go a tunnel underneath okay. Underneath Hadley then, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the county's part of it? I mean, this is what, county, state, feds?
Yeah, it's a state highway and it's a city road, the Hadley. The county facilitates it. We build the bigger roads than the cities do. This interchange will actually spur a lot of development growth that Fleet Farm's been holding back on because they're not going to do it with the unknown of just a stoplight intersection. It's going to have 3 roundabouts, so these will be the first roundabouts in Oakdale.
That's going to be interesting. 3 of them. I get confused on one of them, so it's going to be interesting. How did they come up with that plan?
Working, collaborating with the county and city engineers, coming up by validated engineering practices, the best design. There was early on, they thought it would be a ramp with some stoplights at the top of the ramp or stop signs. This way you don't have to stop. Even it was geared for accepting big trucks. So this one kept the free flow of traffic. So it was really an engineering study that proved out the best design. We also had a lot of work, open houses with the residents for that they could buy into the concept.
Yes. And then and Fleet Farm was involved in this too, weren't they? Tell us about that.
Yeah, one of the design was really involved there to save their gas station, and also they wanted to enhance the development of their land. So they donated land with a value of over $1 million.
Really?
Yeah.
So that whole corner, I see, get my northwest corner, that's all their property, isn't it?
Yeah, there was quite a bit that they donated there, and then there's a fair amount left over for development, and we hope that develops real well to provide services to the residents.
So the Washington County was involved big time with this too, weren't they?
Yeah, we were kind of the leading body. Someone has to lead these projects, and rather than have the state highway, rather than have them lead it, I think by us at the county leading it, we can work with the cities and produce a product that the residents like, rather than the state sometimes is a little too distant.
Sure, good move. Okay, so the other big one is 694, 94, 494.
Yes.
Interchange, the most accident-prone, horrible street in the country, I think, but go ahead.
Right now, people realize it's under construction. They're widening the bridges, adding some lanes over those bridges. They're going to improve one of the ramps where there's been a lot of rollovers. There'll also be a southbound lane added from 10th Street down to 94, because that's an area that backs up, and also from 94 down to Tamarack, an extra lane. We're hoping it'll eliminate congestion. We know it will. But really, it's a Band-Aid to get us through the next few years, because I'm really working hard on working with the electeds to do a modern-day flyover design. It's going to take many years to get the
What does that mean?
funding.
What is that?
That's where you eliminate the cloverleaf. That's
Really?
kind of an outdated design. All through the Twin Cities, we're starting to see them being replaced with these ramps that are kind of really flow. They kind of just, you can keep your speed going.
You mean up in the air type ramps?
Up in the air and up and over the freeway. Right now, there is being looked at to make sure it is compatible with our new Helmo and Bielenberg Bridge and our 4th Street Bridge.
Really?
But it's going to be an over $200 million flyover design. But in the East Metro, we really are deserving of that investment. So I'm going to be working hard with our other local electeds over the coming years to kind of secure funding and a long-term commitment to
I think that's wonderful.
It will take time to get
They
that
need
commitment.
help right now, though. It's just
yes,
a
this will
disaster.
certainly improve the situation, but it's not the ultimate
It is,
remedy.
okay. All right. Oh, I didn't know that. That's news to me. Okay, so then we got one more left here in this down the road, and
Yeah.
that's a funny joke. But anyway, down the road, Century Avenue and Highway 36.
Yes.
Terrible, another
Right.
terrible street. That's
Right.
second worse than Hadley Avenue. So
Yes.
what's going on there?
Well, it is our vision to eliminate all the stoplights on 36. So we haven't gotten a funding source yet, but we will have a new interchange at 36 and Century or 120. Century and 120 is a state road. 36 is a state road, so hopefully they'll really be close. If no city dollars, it could be strictly a state-funded project. But it'll be key to get that done for safety and the movement of traffic. But my vision, again, is to see that perhaps a part of a bigger package to redo Century Avenue completely from north to south, so that we can have a vibrant city, both North St. Paul, Oakdale, Maplewood. We can really have a nice redevelopment along Century Avenue. It's overdue, and I'm willing to, again, I'm working with this, and it will take time to secure funds, but
that's a good one.
It won't happen unless you start now.
That's a good one, Stan. That Century Avenue, it's an
people-
old worn-out road, isn't it?
Yeah, up till now, people have been asking and setting the stage to go for that funding. I'm going to work with our other elected officials, both on
That's down the road, though.
Century and
That's down the road,
36.
but that's good. Okay, so we're running out of time now. So anything quick that you want to throw out there, or,
Well, it's an honor to serve the people, and other county services we do is we do the library system.
Right, that's right.
We do the regional parks. We do all the license tabs,
social services,
passports,
and vets, and
all the social services to take care of our seniors and our veterans. And those are things that make sense to be doing at the county level. You'd have too much redundancy if the city did them. It really helps having been a mayor and on council to work with the cities to get this stuff done. So I really want to keep our county vibrant and really progressing in a nice, organized fashion where people want to live here and play.
Okay, very good. Stanley, we are out of time, but I think we covered a lot of good stuff, didn't we?
We did.
Okay. Thank you for joining us today, and then good luck to you for the next, 3 years you got left now? And you're
Almost 4.
Almost
but,
4, okay.
It's,
well, good luck. You're very dedicated to what you're doing, and so this is good.
Well, thank you, Frank.
Thanks for joining us today.
Okay, bye-bye.
It's almost time for a short break, but first we want to tell you how you can sign up for road construction updates. To get construction and detour updates on the Hadley Avenue and the Highway 36 interchange project, please subscribe to the website listed on the screen. To get construction and detour updates on the 694, 494, 94 interchange project, please subscribe at this website. It's time for a short break. We'll be right back with more of Oakdale Update in just a minute. Welcome back to Oakdale Update. I'm now joined by Susan Olson, who is a new member of the City Council. Susan, thanks for joining us on Oakdale Update.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. First of all, I want to congratulate you. It's a little late. It's been 3 months since you got on council, but we've had trouble getting you on the program. So congratulations
Thank
for
you.
getting that.
Thank you.
Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I currently work for a financial services company located in downtown Minneapolis, but I'm lucky enough to work remote from home.
Oh, you can.
Yep.
So you don't go to the office every day?
Not anymore.
Really? Good for
Took
you.
me 5 years to earn it, but yep.
Okay, so what? You have a degree in what?
I don't have a degree.
Oh, you don't?
I do
You're
not.
a CPA or?
No, I have a Series 7. It's a financial test.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I have I went to community college for 2 years and started out in accounting at a flower shop in North St. Paul.
Oh.
Wanted to buy that, but didn't get a chance. And then I've been working in accounting most of my life. Got laid off in 2009, like half the other people in this country. And started working for this financial services company.
Okay, and you can work out of the house. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And you live in Oakdale, obviously,
Of course,
right?
yep.
Yeah. Okay. So what made you decide to run for the city council?
So I'm kind of one of those people, like a lot of us are, that sits back and watches things on TV and has strong opinions about how things should be run and how things should be done, or maybe not strong opinions, but ideas. And I went to a meeting at the City Hall about our water. And the next day I chose to put my name in.
Okay, what about the water? What was it that?
The 3M meeting about the water and the wells and what the progress is and what they're doing.
Okay, and so what upset you about that? Obviously upset, right?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, so to be honest, I grew up here. I graduated from Tartan. On my way to high school, many days, I watched them remove those barrels right off of Highway 5.
Yes.
I watched them in their hazmat suits, top to bottom hazmat suits, and smelled what they were digging up. And I saw that as a high school kid. And then when I went to the meeting, I had realized that not a whole lot was done between the time I was a kid in 2006. So
Well, what about the 3M put that plant over by the city hall there, that filter system?
Sure.
That
And
counted.
yeah,
That should count, didn't it?
absolutely, it does count. They've done a lot of work. I will admit, they're doing a lot of work. It's supposed to be safe. Everything is fine now.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you think, on you being on the council, what do you think you're going to do to change it or to make it better, or what? Is that what your plans are?
I'm not sure yet if I will have an opportunity to make anything better. However, it will be a good opportunity for me to be more educated. If there's anything I can do, I will. And I think we need to be more transparent.
Okay. All right, so you've been on the council for 3 months now.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's great. It's a whole new experience.
It certainly is,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Now, I have to say that when you were running, you didn't run too hard. You didn't have signs out. You didn't go door knocking. So what made you think, what do you think is the reason you won? Why did you win?
I have a couple of theories. I graduated here, obviously, so there's a lot of people that I graduated with that still live here and have raised families. I know a few people at 3M. They might have passed my name along there. I think it was a year where a lot of women were winning local and city and state and federal even. It was the year of the woman, kind of. Yeah, so actually when I put my name in, that Labor Day, I had hurt my knee. And then about a week later, I dropped a 5-pound roast on my foot.
Oh, my goodness.
So I was walking around in flip-flops till November, and pretty much, there's no way that I can go door knocking. I couldn't even walk.
Oh, wow.
So I figured, well, if I don't, I'll put my name in next time.
And it
And
worked.
it just happened.
It worked. It happened. Okay. So now that you're you're elected city official, what does it mean to you to be on the council? What does it mean to you?
It's humbling. It's very humbling. I'm proud of it. Actually, it's not proud. I take it very seriously. And I'll give you an example. We've had 3 kids from Tartan come in from their political classes. And I've got to sign their paperwork for school. That's what it means to me,
Okay.
is working with the kids and the community and making things better.
Okay, so what are your goals? You got, you were elected for 3 years, 2 years?
4.
4 years. So you've got about 4 years almost, okay.
I
So
know.
what are your goals in Oakdale for the next 4 years? How to make it a better community?
I think just being there to help with the development. We've got lots of new development coming in, and I really would like to focus on the schools in our area. We've got that new referendum coming that we've got to vote on here in May. I think it's important that we update our schools and make them safer. So that's a big thing for me, is the kids.
Okay. So what class were you, it's probably dating you, but what class of what?
84.
Okay, and you mentioned that you saw these dumpster, down on Highway 5 there. So you must have lived down in that area then?
I did. I lived in Granada Lakes Townhomes right off Granada Avenue.
Okay, because I lived up on the top of the hill there, and I watched
Okay.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I lived on Hadley and the corner there, and I watched the same thing
It's
happening.
horrifying,
So,
wasn't
yeah.
it? And
Yeah.
the smell. I still can remember the smell to this day.
Yes. But by the same token, I have a very good friend who lived on the corner, kitty corner from my house there. He grew up, and as a young boy, he used to go down there and play. And nobody's got cancer. I mean, I guess sometimes I wonder, what the hoopla is about this, with the stuff coming out of the dump site there. And I know him and all his friends, they played down there, and they played in the benzene and whatever that else was down there.
Really?
And they're fine. And
Yeah.
and my kids, they're fine. We live there, you're fine. So I'm not too sure about this, how bad the water really is.
I'm not sure either.
I know, and we have to find out.
I think it's, like I said, I think it's fine now. They've done a great job.
Yes.
But I don't know, and I think they need to study, or maybe they already have, because I'm brand new, but maybe they already have studied the damage that's done to the soil and future generations.
Sure. Okay, so you have a goal. Okay, well, we are out of time, but I just wanted to get you introduced to the people of Oakdale.
Okay, thank
Okay?
you.
Thanks for joining us on Oakdale.
Yeah,
Update.
thank you for having me.
Okay. We're almost out of time on this month's show. Before we go, here are some upcoming events. On Saturday, April 27th, the City Council will be at Walton Park handing out free trees to Oakdale residents. You may select from 4 varieties while supplies last. Master gardeners will be on hand to answer all of your planting questions. Numbers are given out at 9 a.m. and trees are handed out starting at 10 o'clock until they're gone. 1 per household. You'll need to present a photo ID. Also on Saturday the 27th, Oakdale residents can bring 2 bags or boxes of documents to an on-site shredding event at the City Hall parking lot. Hours are 8:30 to 11 a.m. The event will also collect crayons, facial tissue, and hand sanitizers for Oakdale Elementary School students. That's all we have time for on this month's Oakdale Update. For everyone at the City of Oakdale, thanks for watching.